They say love is the solution, that when you love fully, give generously, and remain gentle, the world will shield you, honor you, and give back. Yet Machiavelli viewed love differently, not as a blessing, but as a vulnerability, an unlocked door, an opportunity for betrayal. A man reliant on love invites destruction, while a man who inspires fear endures. Not because love is inherently harmful, but because love is blind and reality is not. Where love begins, tactics cease. You care deeply for family, friends, lovers. You confide completely. You forgive too quickly. You rationalize their actions even when they wound you. Why? Because love dismantles your defenses. You cease calculating risks. You stop guarding your ground. You believe that if you refrain from harming them, they won't harm you. Machiavelli would scoff at such naivety. He understood that even those closest can betray you if it suits them, especially if they know you won't fight back. The true peril isn't enemies, it's familiarity. Enemies fear your quiet strength, but loved ones grow complacent with your softness, your availability, your submission. Over time, they expect your loyalty without earning it, demand instant forgiveness, and rage when you finally withdraw. Unguarded love turns you into a tool, not always intentionally, but inevitably. Machiavelli didn't advocate erasing love. He taught how to contain it. Love with limits, with terms, with strategy. Because without boundaries, love turns into emotional vulnerability, the most exploitable state for any powerful individual. Let's be clear. Being cold-blooded is not cruelty, it's awareness. Awareness of how people change when too close. Awareness of what you sacrifice when you become transparent. Awareness of love's transformation when it's unquestioned. Entitlement. Machiavelli grasped what many don't. Those who love you unconditionally can still hurt you unintentionally. Those who stay close for what you provide can wound you deliberately. So the answer isn't to stop loving, it's to stop leading with love. When you lead with emotion, you forfeit power. Ever wonder why your family ignores your advice? Why friends turn silent after their needs are met? Why your partner shows no fear of losing you? Because they know your affection outweighs your logic. They count on you to apologize first, to return willingly, to explain yourself, to defend your feelings, never to enforce consequences. That makes you predictable, soft, safe. Machiavelli warned, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." But with loved ones, fear feels wrong. So you stop playing the game, and they win it. The price of remaining warm? Lowering your standards, accepting behaviors you'd condemn in strangers, forgiving without expecting change, staying silent to preserve peace, a peace that only comforts others in your weakness. When people sense weakness, they push, poke, exploit. You need not cease loving. You must love with boundaries so sharp they cut. Show your warmth, but never without a wall behind it. For unconditional love brings equal pain. Strangers don't break you. It's those you let closest. Machiavelli knew why. Not paranoia, but precision. Those who know your triggers, your limits, your soft spots, are likelier to press them. Not out of hatred, but because fear fades, and with fear, respect disappears. Test 1. The entitlement test? They stop showing gratitude, cease seeking your consent, ignore your generosity. Why? Because in their mind, you belong to them. You'll always help, show up, say yes. The instant you don't, you're selfish, changed, cold. Machiavelli would say, let them speak. It's just the sound of lost advantage. Test 2. The guilt reflex. You set a boundary. They react emotionally. You say no. They dredge up the past. You protect your time. They call you distant. This is no longer dialogue. It's manipulation. They've learned that guilt can reverse decisions. Flinch once, and it's recorded for future use. That's not love. It's emotional bargaining. Without firmness in the face of guilt, you never had boundaries. Test 3. The loyalty loop. You remain loyal, supportive, consistent. But when you're the only one, it becomes an expectation. They stop checking in, stop reciprocating, only come around when convenient. When you pull back, they panic, not out of love, but fear of losing their emotional insurance. Machiavelli would warn, predictable loyalty is exploited before it's appreciated. Test 4. Just this once. A small favor turns into a habit. Can you cover this? Cancel that? Overlook this mistake? Just this once. But once you concede, it's never a one-time. You're who bends because you don't break. They know they can push your values. That's not love. That's strategic pressure. Test 5. The too harsh defense. You speak plainly, act coldly, pull away, become stone-hearted. Stop being endlessly patient. Now you're heartless. They twist your strength into sin, but they don't miss your warmth. They miss the access to your tolerance, which let them act without consequence. That version is gone, and they call it cruelty. But it's clarity. Why would Machiavelli expect this? Because the closer someone stands, the more they expect you to take their chaos. If you don't, you're cold, different, a betrayer. Let them say so. The man who fears hurting anyone he loves ends up surrounded by those who love offending him. The solution? Stop proving your goodness. No need to justify coldness. Explain detachment. Apologize for outgrowing toxic emotional cycles. Enforce boundaries silently, consistently, unwaveringly. Let accusations fly. Let discomfort rise. When they know the old you is gone, they either evolve or you let them go. Either outcome strengthens you. Being cold-blooded doesn't mean losing your heart. It means protecting your power, especially from those who believe they won't face consequences. Machiavelli didn't erect walls to shut people out. He built filters to discern who deserved entry, and no one remained without constant evaluation. Now, how to build such boundary power. Rule 1. Never explain your distance. You owe no reasons for needing space. Going silent, saying no, pulling back. The more you justify, the more leverage you give. Machiavelli said, explaining invites negotiation. Acting without asking signals strength. So when questioned, why the change? What happened? Don't argue or unload. Just say, I've recalibrated. That silence commands respect or reveals who never had it. Rule 2. Set consequences, not conditions. Most people plead for change. Machiavelli designs systems that make disrespect costly. You don't say, don't do that. You show that when they do, you disappear and return only on your terms, if at all. Boundaries don't beg, they act. That's power. Rule 3. Never negotiate through emotion. If they know you cry when pressured, panic when ignored, rush to fix silence, they stop respecting your mind and start playing your feelings. Machiavelli never allowed this. Emotional clarity is a shield. Once pierced, they aim at wounds, not ideas. Be unreadable under pressure. Avoid long texts, impulsive explanations, premature re-entries. Your silence is leverage. Your stillness, stance. If softness is desired, it must be earned. Rule 4. Define your limits and never waver. Boundaries that shift by who asks or your mood are weaknesses. Emotional currency inflation that devalues you. Black and white rules. No response to yelling until space is reopened. No forgiveness without change, followed by action. People test flexibility, not enforcement. Machiavelli's punishments were surgical and final. Be the same or risk exploitation. Rule 5. Don't fear being called harsh. Most fold here, knowing they're used and peace disturbed. But enforcing boundaries breeds guilt. Society labels the firm cruel, arrogant, unforgiving. Machiavelli feared being called easy, not cold. Let them talk. Reputation over reality means surrendering power for perception, which changes nothing. You're not cold, you're uncompromising. Love without limits is sacrifice. Sacrifice without recognition is slavery. Machiavelli never died on another's emotional battlefield. He observed, withdrew, returned when respected. That's control, not coldness. Some worry they'll become numb or lose themselves going cold. That's real. But confusion between cold-blooded strategy and emotional disconnection. Machiavelli kept his humanity, mastering when and how to express it. In his world and yours, feeling everything means being controlled by everything. Cold-bloodedness isn't cruelty. It's control. You don't stop feeling. You stop reacting emotionally when calculation is required. You still love, care, connect, reflect, but within walls you've built, walls protecting you from becoming a pawn in emotional games. Cold-blooded does not mean warmless. It means choosing when and with whom to ignite warmth. That's emotional intelligence, not absence. Control starts internally, reframing pain. When offended, don't react, calculate. When lied to, don't spiral. Observe. When withdrawn from, don't chase, interpret. This change from "why did this happen to me" to "what does this teach me about them" is your edge. Machiavelli would take betrayal and ask, "What strength can I extract?" The cold-blooded see pain as position, not loss. Master slow reactions. What scares most isn't anger or revenge, but the one who sees betrayal and stays silent, waiting, distancing, removing access, not with rage but indifference. React too fast, you're predictable. Machiavelli acted with advantage, not impulse. Power is not the strongest emotion, but the strongest timing. Cultivate a strategic pain mindset. When disrespected, disappointed, or replaced, choose, take it personally, or turn it into intelligence. The cold mind catalogs who can lose you and adjusts access, turns pain to clarity, distance to power, loss to evolution. Emotional reactivity gives others power over your reality. Absorption grants you untouchability. Protect your heart with a system. Most love like war but go unarmed, giving everything hoping for return. Machiavelli knew hope isn't strategy. Kindness without discipline is concealed death. Don't shut your heart. Build a gate. Behind it, a rule. Only earn vulnerability through proven consistency. Care must be conditional, not cruelty, value. The final shift. Accept being misunderstood. This halts many from true power. Desire respect and likability, growth and niceness simultaneously. Machiavelli said, "If you need agreement to evolve, you've surrendered freedom. You'll be called cold, detached, lose those who loved the bleeding old you. Let them leave. It's their loss." Cold-blooded is not heartless. Detached is not disconnected. Strong is not selfish. But they'll say this once you stop over-giving, over-explaining, over-loving. You'll be too much, too sharp, too different. Here, many fail. Stay soft and get used, or go hard and lose themselves. Machiavelli chose a middle path, strategic empathy. How to stay powerful without becoming the monster they accuse you of? Step 1. Define intention, not perception. Are your boundaries for self-protection or harm? Is your distance cold or drained? Are you silent from passive aggression or because you've spoken enough? If self-protection, you're on track. Machiavelli cared not for nobility, but position. Rare courage. Step 2. Show mercy, but hold stance. No shame in giving chances if growth is shown. But never forget why you withdrew. Give softness, not surrender. Step 3. Control presence, not just distance. Power isn't absence, but deliberate presence. Appear briefly, speak clearly, exit before absence causes chaos. Become the calm few steps ahead, the reminder, not the wreck. Step 4. Maintain standards, not control. You can't force respect, only make disrespect costly. Don't demand apologies or understanding. Withdraw access and emotional privileges. Silence does the math. Meet standards, re-engage. If not, they never belonged. Step 5. Kindness becomes select, not drained. Stop careless giving. Slow gifts. Observe. Use checkpoints with clear exits. If called transactional, let it be. Unconditional giving is noble until weaponized against peace. Give aligned with vision, energy, health. Not selfish, self-command. Step 6. Don't defend, enforce. Called cold, distant, changed? Say nothing. No debate. Just walk. Power reveals through consistency, not words. Miss old you? Let them remember, but no access to elevated you till they grow beyond old selves. Balance is a filter, not a line. Be a mirror. Reflect clearly. Warm only when earned. Stay calm, no matter the strike. That's Machiavellian empathy, strategic and unwavering. You've seen the signs, outgrown softness, now live the lifestyle. Machiavelli didn't theorize power, he embodied it. To stay cold-blooded in a world begging for emotional servitude, you need rules, rituals, repetition. Make your boundaries permanent. No announcement needed. Habit 1. Move without emotional fanfare. No declarations of space or cutoffs. Simply slow replies, less explanation, no re-engagement. Solid boundaries. Speak through consistency, not captions. Machiavelli didn't need approval. He made silence felt. Habit 2. Stay polite, not familiar. Warmth isn't automatic. It's earned and maintained. Greet composed, compliment meaningful, exit respected. This discipline guards your image. The emotionally familiar man is easy prey. The precise man is unbreakable. Cold-blooded nature is structure, not harshness. Habit 3. Reflect before reacting. Disappointed? Observe, crossed line, catalog. Don't snap or escalate. Calm stillness intimidates more than outbursts. Habit 4. Never reopen closed doors without requalification. Let go for reasons. If someone returns, they must earn permission anew. Time doesn't heal betrayal, standards do. Habit 5. Keep peace a private strategy, not public show. Cold-blooded isn't admiration. It's respect earned by rarity of access. Live quietly. Protect deeply. Self-control's results speak louder than any video or quote. Machiavellian finish line, total power. No explanation.